now let's move on to punches. There are several punches that you learn at the beginner level, but really, in the grand scale of things, there are not that many. So let's start with the very first punch. We will, as usual, bow from Musubidachi, and then we go into Yoi, our Shizentai stance, which is our natural stance. And from there, we place our left hand out, marking our position about at which we're going to punch, and the right fist will be back on the side of the body. The fist position is just above the belt right here. Now this fist position is very, very important because we're going to punch straight forward. In the front angle. If this fist position is too low and we try and punch, what happens is our punch comes up like this. This is not a straight punch. Also, if our fist position is too high, then our punch comes like this, down. This is also not what we're looking for. We need to have a balance between too low and too high. So obviously right in the middle here, just above the belt. So now when we punch, it goes directly out, straight. Okay? Watch from this angle, straight. Okay, so this punch is called, surprisingly enough, chokuzuki, meaning straight punch. Another name for this is sonobazuki, which just means to punch on the spot. Punching on the spot because I'm not moving my feet. Okay? Key points of this. Number one, don't have your shoulders tense. Shoulders must be relaxed. Number two, make sure your elbow is tucked in. Because once again, if the elbow comes out, then the punch does not go in a straight line. It raises up towards the target and would hit like this. We need our punch to come in perpendicular to our target. So if this is our target, somebody standing up, our punch, to be as effective as possible, would come directly in at this angle, 90 degrees, right, straight at it. But if we have our elbow come out and go up, now our punch comes in at this angle. So our full power is being dissipated in a different direction. We need to maximize our power directly at the opponent. And Chokuzuki straight punch does this, straight towards the opponent. Now our target for this punch, Chudan level, which is this area, Chudan is from just above the belt to just below the neck. It's called Chudan. Our target in this sense is actually the solar plexus, right in the middle of our chest. The reason we aim for the solar plexus is because there's no muscle or bone right there. The muscle is underneath our stomach, so if we hit here, it's not going to hurt because of the muscle. If we hit here, it's probably going to hurt, but this is bone, so it's still protected. Whereas here, there's nothing. There's no muscle, there's no bone, and this is how you would take the wind out of somebody, by punching with your front two knuckles. This is your focus point. It's called seiken, front two knuckles. And you focus directly forward, aiming towards solar plexus. Now, when we punch, you pull back and push out. So at the halfway point, our punching fist has not rotated at all. But our hikite, our pullback hand, has rotated 90 degrees. From here, the hikite continues back to full half rotation. There's our half rotation. And the punching hand continues forward, and only at the end does it twist our half rotation. Right? So one hand, actually, the pullback hand moves 90 degrees, 180 degrees. The punching hand straight all the way until the very end, and that's when it twists 180 degrees. The reason that they don't move together, which would look like this, is because we need to hold back as much as possible with our punch and condense our power into the last section of the punch. So maybe from this angle, if I punch here, And this clenches, look, and then out. From this point to this point, I want to condense my power to strike. Here, right at the end, here. If I turn this too soon, then I'm releasing my power too soon, and also it's going to help make my elbow come out. I don't want this to happen. I need my elbow to come in. That way my opponent doesn't see my punch, and then straight out at the end. This is Chokuzuki, straight punch. The hips at this point are still forward. They don't turn like this. Keep the hips square. Okay, so that's our first punch.